On this auspicious day, let us thank God for the great person of Venerable Mary Ward. I am sure that today, friends of Mary Ward all over the world reflect on the inscription on Mary Ward's tombstone to love the poor, persevere in the same, live, die and rise with them was all the aim of Mary Ward. We know from her life that she chose to respond to God's divine will with the fire of love to love the poor. She was quite conscious of the divine spark within her and subsequently committed herself to help others to discover the same in themselves. A contemplative in action, she lived out her vision, serving those who are socially marginalized and oppressed, especially the women who lacked the education available to men in those days. Mary Ward heard the call to engage herself in works of charity and justice for the glory of God. According to her, the poor are great people who are lovable and don't need our pity and sympathy, but they deserve our understanding, love and respect. We must treat them with dignity and love, acknowledging that the poorest of the poor are our own brothers and sisters. If they are poor, it is because society has deprived them of their rightful share in the resources God has placed in the world. Mary Ward came from a family where women were brave, courageous, generous and compassionate. She learned from her grandmother Ursula Wright to reach out to the poor and needy, especially providing food and money to the prisoners. Live, die and rise with them was all the aim of Mary Ward. Yes, she continued to encounter the love of God in all situations as a woman who was an agent of social change. She made the difference by living her commitment till the end, by sharing her love with all the poor and marginalized and empowering them in the process. As friends of Mary Ward, our compassionate engagement, works of charity and justice in our own lives, families, communities, institutions and society allows us to witness God's divine love and with the oppressed of all times. Today, as we look around, poverty is not lack of wealth or material things. The feelings of being unwanted, unloved and uncared and loneliness are the most terrible forms of poverty. There are many dying of despair, hopelessness and lack of acceptance. Another kind of poverty is spiritual poverty, which includes lack of meaning in life, with a constant hunger for love, both human and divine, but seemingly beyond one's grasp. Mary Ward calls us to be the change where we are by bringing about a difference in the situation of the poor and rest of the humanity, beginning by serving the less privileged in our own families, communities and institutions, by loving our own old parents, grandparents and all vulnerable people. Thus, let us make the dream of Venerable Mary Ward to build a civilization of love a reality.